My BTCHY sister made fun of my girlfriend's alopecia, so I shaved her head in her sleep. Unfortunately, my sister Alex and I are siblings who have resented each other since birth, and the way she acted when she first met my girlfriend Olivia just reinforces how much I hate her. We've tried getting along through the wishes of our parents, but we neither seem to click. Alex has always been self-centered, in her own little world, and rarely showed respect to anyone she deemed worth her time. Growing up, she would torment me and act like she was eons more important in every way imaginable. She has gotten in trouble multiple times with my parents for sneaking out, having guys over, and almost flunking out of high school because she was way more preoccupied with being a Bella Hadid clone and trying to get every guy on the planet to fall for her. Every time our mom and dad would sit her down and talk to her about her behavior, she would flat out guilt-trip them and cuss them out, paired with rolling eyes and telling them that they're being dramatic. One time, my parents let her take the car out to hang out with her friends. They told her to be home within a couple hours, however, she was gone almost all night. When she pulled up to the house at 5 in the morning, my parents were furious. Come to find out, she ended up crashing the car and was barely able to drive it home that night. Mom and Dad were glad she was okay but were confused as to how she crashed the car so badly. She said she may have been driving it a little intoxicated, and lost her chances of driving my parents' car ever again. She was unsympathetic about the whole situation, and even called my parents obsessive and adult babies because of their feelings on the situation. Since then, she has driven their car multiple times, and when I asked my parents how she's allowed to have that responsibility again after the crash, they assured me that she didn't mean it and deserves a second chance. Yeah, right, in my house, disrespect gets rewarded. My parents have never fully put their foot down about how badly she treats all of us, and it's due time someone does. My mom has been dying to meet my girlfriend Olivia since we started dating a few months ago, and I've been contemplating that decision ever since. She's a beautiful girl, however, she's not like the rest of us. Olivia has had alopecia since she was 5 years old and has learned how to own her femininity and enhance her beauty throughout a lifetime of living with the disease. I couldn't love her any less for it. She's confident, sexy, and a great person to call my girlfriend. I was somewhat nervous about bringing her over to meet my family because of her disease, but I decided that a loving boyfriend meant being courageous and accepting. So, I sucked up my worries and invited her over one night for dinner. My mom and dad were waiting outside on the doorstep when Olivia and I pulled up to my house. They were ecstatic, and it seemed as though her alopecia meant nothing to them. They welcomed her with open arms, told her how happy they were to finally meet her, and even complimented her on how stunning she is. All 4 of us went inside to converse before dinner, and then I remembered Alex, the final boss. Instant anxiety swarmed my body. We walked further into the house and I saw Alex sitting on the couch on her phone. My mother directed Alex's attention towards Olivia. "Alex, this is your brother's girlfriend Olivia, say hi." Olivia and I stood next to the couch as Alex looked up from her phone. She surveyed the crap out of Olivia, and I could tell that she looked away as fast as possible to hide a growing smile. "Nice to meet you," she said in an unbothered, disrespectful tone. "Nice to meet you too," says Olivia, a little confused about the whole interaction. When it came time for dinner, things really went downhill. At first we were laughing and smiling, however, Alex was silent for most of it and I could see that she kept staring at Olivia. When the conversation died down, she decided it was time for her to run her mouth. She started asking Olivia things like why she was bald, and if it hurts having no hair. Then she started asking her if she feels ugly and how she would die if she had no hair. When I thought the worst was over, she started saying how she doesn't think she could be loved if she had alopecia and that Olivia should feel lucky to be in a relationship. All of us were violently uncomfortable the whole time. And I could see that Olivia was holding back tears. My mother told Alex that she had enough and she better stop there. She scoffed and rolled her eyes, saying, "What I'm just interested in." Olivia stuck it out until the end of the meal but wanted to go home right after. When I dropped her off at her house, I apologized on my sister's behalf. She said that she had a nice time with my family. However, she hasn't been that disrespected since she was 12 years old. Tearing up at the thought of how rude my sister had been, she kissed me on the cheek and left my car. I was furious. My sister had to pay. That night, while Alex was fast asleep, I shaved her head. It wasn't too hard to do. In fact, she's very sleepy, which played right into my plan. I wasn't able to clean her whole head of hair, but I chopped it up just enough to where she was a Bella Hadid clone no more. I knew I was going to get in trouble with my parents because, hey, I'm not Alex who can get away with anything. But man oh man, did the revenge feel good.